Alright guys, Chelsea have just beaten Tottenham by a goal to nil to go through to the League Cup final. 3-0 on aggregate. The goal came from Antonio Rudiger in the first half, and it was a bit of poor defending from Tottenham, to be honest. Specifically, the goalkeeper Pierluigi Gallini. He's gone to punch the ball and he's come up short against a player who can't use his arms because he's not a goalkeeper. There is absolutely no way that should be bouncing off the back of Rudiger's head and going in off the crossbar. Shocking goalkeeping. And the fact that the goalkeeper left so much space in between him and the attackers, well, obviously that's where the ball's going to be aimed at from the corner. So why on earth do you leave that much space? Just poor goalkeeping from Gallini. And that won the game for Chelsea. And I've just seen a headline saying spirited Tottenham performance isn't enough against Chelsea. Spirited? I mean, that's going a bit far, isn't it? I mean, Tottenham weren't terrible tonight, but they definitely were far off great. They were average, really, at best, if we're being honest. They did get given a penalty in the first half, and it was correctly overruled, but it took a while to be given. Rudiger, who was it? I think it was Højbjerg. He fouled Højbjerg outside the box once, and then it sort of continued, and it looked like it carried on into the box. But the second foul he made was just outside the box again, but Højbjerg managed to carry it into the box and kick himself on the back of the leg. And the ref gave penalty but did overturn it, thankfully, because that would have been a shocker if that was given. And then in the first half, other than that, there was a chance that sort of went agonisingly wide for Tottenham when Sanchez flicked on a header that Harry Kane couldn't quite get to at the back post. Other than that, not a lot from Tottenham in the first half. A few half chances for Chelsea, but nothing much. I also felt one of the annoying things for Tottenham was that why on earth is Antonio Conte benching Ryan Sessegnon when he's playing Matt Doherty? I understand bench Sessegnon if you want to play Reguilon, but Reguilon's not available for today. Why on earth play Matt Doherty at left wing back? He can't use his left foot. Every time he gets the ball on the left hand side, he has to cut in. He can't cross it. If you think Doherty's better than Emerson Royal, I'm not against that. I'm not a massive fan of Emerson Royal from what I've seen of him. I don't think he's very good. I think Barcelona have absolutely ripped off Tottenham by getting 25 million or something for him in the summer. I think that was poor business on Tottenham's behalf. I don't think Doherty's been great for Tottenham, but he's been played out of position under Conte so far. So I don't see why Sessegnon's not playing alongside either Doherty or Emerson Royal on the right, because Doherty is useless on the left, to be honest. But in the second half, Spurs were managing to split Chelsea's defence a bit easier. There were a few moments where they almost got a player played through, but there were poor final balls from the likes of Harry Winks and Harry Kane, and also Lucas Moura. There was one opportunity though when Harry Kane tried to play through Lucas Moura, and Kepa made a brilliant tackle. It wasn't the greatest pass from Kane, it was slightly overhit. But Kepa made a brilliant tackle to get there before Lucas Moura, and the referee gave a penalty. And again, it was overturned by VAR, thankfully, because once again, it was a shocking decision to give the penalty. I think, as much as people complain about VAR, we've got crap referees in this country. How on earth do you, like, without a replay, how on earth, with just using your first judgment, do you see that as a penalty? It was ridiculous from the referee. And once again, VAR overturned it. It took like a minute at least to overturn it for some reason, and the referee had to go and check it again. Just tell him he's got the decision wrong. It's ridiculous. But Spurs did manage to get an equaliser, or so they thought. Harry Kane got it. He was played through, and he had pretty much an open goal to aim at. It was only Rudiger on the line, really. But he was correctly given offside because he was ahead of the goalkeeper and there was only one defender in front of him. Of course, the rules say there has to be two defenders or goalkeeper either level or in front of the striker for him not to be offside. And I didn't actually know that, to be honest. You find out something new every day. It's just never come up, has it? It's one of them rules. But yeah, it was, if that is the rule, and it is, then it was correctly given offside. But yeah, but other than that, Spurs didn't really create loads of opportunities. I think Spurs have just got a problem of there's so many bang average players in their squad right now. Like if we take their starting 11 tonight, Galini, I haven't seen much of him for Tottenham, but based on that performance, he didn't look great. The back three, Tanganga, I quite like Tanganga. I think he's a good player. Sanchez, again, he's decent. I think he'd be good in a back three. Ben Davis, he's all right as a backup, I guess, but he's not great. And the two wing backs, Emerson Royal, from what I've seen of him, I don't think he's good enough for the Premier League, especially a team with any ambition of getting into the top four. Matt Doherty hasn't done it so far for Tottenham, and he's not going to do it playing on the left, let's be honest. In the middle, Harry Winks. Recently, I think Harry Winks has stepped up his game a bit since Conte's come in. But again, tonight he wasn't great. But he's definitely good enough to be a squad player for Tottenham. Højbjerg, he's had a few poor games recently, but I still think he's easily good enough to play for Tottenham. Harry Kane, I mean, he's having a poor season, but yeah, obviously he's good enough. Lucas Moura, definitely good enough. And who was the other one up front? Giovanni Lo Celso. He has moments, but he's not consistent enough for me. But again, Chelsea, they got the job done, and yeah, they're not the most exciting team ever, but that's what they do. They win games under Thomas Tuchel, especially against average opposition like Tottenham were tonight. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.